Hi guys, if you are interested in immigrating to Canada, in a series of videos I will explain how to apply for Express Entry program. In the last Express Entry invitation round, CRS score cutoff was 469 and 5000 applicants were invited. So how do we calculate the CRS score and check if we are eligible? In this video, I will explain all of that and tell you how you can increase your CRS score. So stay tuned. Express Entry has mainly three streams: Federal Skilled Worker, Canadian Experience Class, and Federal Skilled Trades. I will concentrate on Federal Skilled Worker and Canadian Experience Class. Let's first see how we can check our eligibility. All the links that I use in this video are official government links and you can find them in the description below. Coming back to eligibility, this is the tool where you can check your eligibility. We first click on check your eligibility. Here it is asking the province or territory you are most interested in. This doesn't impact your eligibility or your CRS score, so you can enter anything of your choice. Then it is asking for the language test result. So we select that I have given IELTS, or you can select as per your choice. The test result should not be older than 2 years. I will just enter a random score. No second language test result. Here it is asking for the Canadian work experience. If you have Canadian work experience and are applying in Canadian Experience Class, you can enter that. Otherwise, I will select none for now. As we have selected none, so we don't need to select this. So we say none of the above. Now it is asking for foreign work experience. That is the work experience outside of Canada. It should be continuous, paid, and full-time. I will say I have 4 to 5 years of experience. You get maximum number of points at 3 years of experience, so it doesn't matter more than that. The trades defined over here come under the Federal Skilled Trades stream, but we are concentrating on Federal Skilled Worker and Canadian Experience Class for now. How much money will you bring to Canada? The government mandates a certain amount that you need to bring to Canada that will help you in your initial settlement, such as rent, groceries, till you find a job. So what is the amount required? If I go over here, I can see the number of family members and the corresponding amount required. If you are the only one that is coming, then you require $12,960. Let's say your spouse is accompanying you, then you require $16,135. Similarly, you can calculate for your family size. Please note this amount keeps on updating every year, so please check the latest info before applying. Now coming back, I will enter 12,960. How many family members? As decided, 1. Do you have a valid job offer in Canada? I will say for now no. Here it is asking for the date of birth. From 20 to 29 years of age, you get the maximum points. You don't have to remember all these details. I will just explain that ahead. Your level of education, let's say bachelor's. I have studied full-time in Canada, no. I have at least 2 years of full-time work experience in Canada, no. I have a relative in Canada, no. I will say none of the above. What is your marital status? Here you can see it is saying you appear to be eligible for Express Entry. So this is just an eligibility check. Now we will go ahead and check our CRS score. I go over here. This is the tool used to calculate your CRS score. Again, this is an official government link. You can find that in description below. I will go ahead and enter some details so we can calculate a dummy score. I will say single, 27, bachelor's, no Canadian degree. Yes, I have a language test result. Let's say IELTS. Some dummy score. No, I don't have second language. Canadian work experience, let's say none. For Canadian Experience Class, you can enter your Canadian work experience accordingly. Foreign work experience, 3 years or more. Certificate of qualification from Canadian province, territory, no. Do I have a labor market impact assessment job offer? That is the LMIA job offer? No. Do you have a nomination certificate from province or territory? That is the PNP program? I will say no. Do you have any relative in Canada? I will say no. And calculate. Now if we go at the bottom, you can see the score over here as 384. But as you remember, the last cutoff was 469. Coming to how to increase your score. For that, first we need to understand the detailed breakdown of CRS score. This is the link that again you can find that in description. Initially this is just a summary. I will skip that and come to the detailed points breakdown. So for 20 to 29 years of age, you get the maximum points. After that, on an average, you lose 5 points every year. Now remember, for foreign work experience, you can claim maximum number of points at 3 years of experience. Coming ahead is the level of education. Here you can see you get maximum number of points at PhD. That is the doctorate in philosophy. But you still get a good score for bachelor's, 2 or more degrees, masters, so that will not matter much. But as you can see over here, we have 2 columns of scores. One is if you have a spouse or a common law partner, other if you are single. If you have a bachelor's degree and you are married or have a common law partner, then you get 112 points. But if you are single, then you get 120 points. Similarly, you will see this trend again in more points, but it doesn't matter because if you are married, your spouse can also claim additional points, which I will explain ahead. Coming to the language test result, here we can see that if you have CLB 10, then you can get 32 points if you are married or have a common law partner, or 34 if you are single. Now, first of all, what is CLB? It is Canadian Language Benchmark. If we come to this link, we can see the equivalency chart from IELTS to CLB, CELPIP to CLB, TEF, TCF to CLB. First, if we check for CELPIP, that is CELPIP, then it is same across all levels to CLB. Coming to IELTS, you can notice the difference. If you have 8 in reading, that means CLB level 10. Writing 7.5, that means CLB level 10, so on. Now at the bottom we have for TEF and TCF as well. Now let's say I have 7 in reading, 7 in writing, 8 in listening and 7 in speaking. That means I have CLB level 9 in all modules. Now coming back, as you can see, for CLB level 9 we get 31 points. But that is for just one module. You can multiply it by 4. That is total of 124 points. That will add to your CRS score. Here is for second official language. You can add them to your points if you have proficiency in French. Here are the points for Canadian work experience. If you are applying under Canadian experience class, you can claim these points. Here you can see you get maximum points at 5 years of work experience. Now, this is the point I was talking about, that you can claim extra points for spouse or common law partner. If your spouse has a bachelor's degree, you can get extra 8 points. For spouse's language test result as well, you can claim some points. Let's say they have CLB 9 in all the modules. That means 5 into 4, 20 points. And if they have Canadian work experience, then as well you can claim these points. For 5 years, it has 10 points. Now, these are the skill transferability factors. The point to note over here is, these are the extra points that you can add to your CRS score as per your language test result. First one is for education. If we can see over here, if we have a bachelor's, then we can add 25 points or 50 points. Now the difference is, if you have CLB 9 or more in all the modules, then you get 50 points. Otherwise, you get 25 points. It doesn't matter. Even if you get 8 in one of the modules, then you will get 25 points. Now, if we convert the IELTS to CLB, going back, we can see that CLB 9 means 7 in reading, 7 in writing, 8 in listening, and 7 in speaking. So we can say 8 in listening and 7 in rest of them. If you have Canadian work experience, then also you get some additional points for your education. If you have between 1 to 2 years of Canadian work experience, then you get 25 extra points for bachelor's degree. And if you have more than 2 years of Canadian work experience, then you get extra 50 points. Coming to the foreign work experience, again, if you have CLB 9 or more in all the modules, then you get 50 points at 3 years of work experience. Otherwise, you get just 25 points. If you have Canadian work experience in addition to the foreign work experience, then again you get some extra points. For example, if you have more than 2 years of Canadian work experience in addition to 3 years of foreign work experience, then you get 50 points extra. This is for federal skilled trades, so I will skip that. If you have a brother or sister living in Canada, then you get extra 15 points. These two are for French language skills. Then if you have post-secondary education in Canada for 1 or 2 years, then you get extra 15 points. For 3 years or longer, you get extra 30 points. This arranged employment NOC 00 comes under federal skilled trades. I will skip that. Arranged employment in NOC 0A or B. This gives you extra 50 points. These come under federal skilled worker and Canadian experience class. If you have provincial or territorial nomination, then you get extra 600 points. This is a PNP program and is outside the scope of this video. Now let's see how we can increase our CRS score. If I come over here, as you can see, current score is 384. If I go up, and for the language test result, for listening I make it 8 and 7 in rest of them. Let's go ahead and calculate. See, the score has straight away jumped to 429. So remember, if you get 8777 in your IELTS, then it will greatly boost your score. Let's say for education. Education, I change it to a master's degree. I go ahead and calculate. See, it has jumped straight away to 469, and that was the last cutoff. So similarly, if you have less CRS score, you can see which area can you improve. Please note, learning a different language is a time-consuming and a difficult task. So if you know only English or just French, learning the other language will take time and a lot of effort. Keep that in mind when you are trying to improve your CRS score. I hope this video was informative and helpful to you. Please like, share and subscribe. I will be posting more videos soon. The next video in line is how to create an Express Entry profile. Thanks for watching. Bye.